The Sailor Piece huge update has finally dropped, and it is absolutely massive. In this video, I'm going to show you everything new in this update, what you need to do, and what you should focus on first the moment you jump into the game. Let's get into it. So first of all, the biggest highlight of this update, and the thing everyone's going to be focusing on, is the 3 new weapons. We have the Sun God Sword, the Dual Wielder, and that insane Spirit Warrior melee style. But here's the real secret, the weapons are just the beginning. We aren't just getting new weapons, we have brand new islands to explore, and the level cap has officially been pushed to 20,000. This huge update also brings a completely new raids game mode, a game-changing index system, and a mountain of secret content. If you want to keep up with the new meta, you need a plan, because jumping in blindly will just slow you down. The very first thing you need to do is head to the starter island in C1 or the last island in C2 to find the new index system. You need to check the index milestones immediately. These milestones give you brand new buffs that are going to be essential for hitting that level 20,000 cap, and it's honestly the best thing the devs have added in a long time. Why? Because it makes every single second you spent grinding for old swords and mid-tier melees actually worth it now. If you're like me and you've been hoarding specs, you're about to get a massive power spike the second you log in. If you focus on completing your index milestones, they provide permanent buffs that stay with you forever. We are talking about luck boosts, damage multipliers, and stat increases. Once you've claimed your index rewards, it's time to talk about the new raids on Blue Planet Island. This is where the real challenge is. But listen closely, because most people are going to mess this up. You need a raid key, and the only way to get it is by using fists combat against NPCs in C2. You can't just use your swords here, you have to go back to basics. But because of those index buffs, your fist damage is going to be higher than ever. While you're farming those keys, keep an eye out for the new artifact set that drops from any C2 NPC. They also added new secret races and mythical evolutions. We have more race storage slots now, so there's no reason not to evolve your new mythical races into their secret versions. They also added new world boss. Located on Slaya Island, this world boss has an insane, whooping 1.5 trillion HP, which is crazy, and it spawns every 20 minutes, so be sure to farm this one for the new Specurichii. They also added to new auras, for new guild leaderboard auras, to new bloodlines, and 1 new clan. Looking at this, we already know the update is packed with insane new stuff. On top of the new content, the devs actually came through with some massive quality of life improvements that are going to save us a ton of time. First off, they reduced world boss spawn times from 30 minutes down to 20, meaning more loot in less time. This might not sound like much, but over a long grind session, you will now spend way less time trying to get materials for the Cosmic Being spec. They also finally added a hidden pity for the Dragon Goddess Sword. It's now a guaranteed drop at 100 kills, and any sea beast you take down counts toward that progress. Speaking of pity, Primordial and Radiant runes are much easier to get now, with their requirements dropped significantly. They also massively decreased the pity requirements for runes. Primordial runes dropped from 10k down to 7,500, and Radiant runes went from 7.5k down to 6,000. This makes endgame builds way more accessible for everyone. Not only that, for those of you still farming your spec, the drop rates got a serious boost. They buffed the item chances from the Cosmic Being boss, and this change is actually amazing, especially since it's tied with the new 20-minute spawn timer for the boss. The drop rates for Kraken armor that drops from sea beasts also got buffed, and this is actually a great addition as well. Then they buffed Demon Wings drop rates also, making the crystal defense more worth it to grind for, especially for new players that just arrived in C2. Not only that, you can also drop the new relics in crystal defense, making this one of the most important things to grind on as well, after getting new specs. If you've been stuck on those drops for weeks, now is the time to get back in there and grind those specs, accessories, and more. They also revamped the Sailor Island in C1, making it look more polished and visually improved. And lastly, they also added new codes that gives insane rewards. Don't forget to claim them and get those free buffs and materials now. That's all for this update video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.